Hey guys, how you doing? I just wanted to do this quick video. It's Friday night. I've had a shower, I've had a shave, and I've got a beer in my hand. A couple of years ago, it was a very different story. So I've got a business that I go on a global conference every year to Vegas. And 2 years ago, me and Charlie, my beautiful fiance, decided we'll go to LA for a few days before we then go to Vegas and to the conference. And it was a time in my life where I was pretty low. I was suffering from depression, had a lot of anxiety, I had a lot of body dysmorphia. I was just generally really low, and I look back at it as such a huge lesson for me in terms of how I look at things and how I actually respond to things now. And then in all honesty, I'm actually really glad that it did happen to me, because I get to help people get out of it now. Through my personal training, because I'm a transformation specialist, I do focus on mindset just as much as the physical aspect of training someone. And I feel from my experiences, it's really helped me. So for that, I'm actually glad that it happened to me, because I can now go through, I have empathy with people that are actually going through it. Now, I wanted to do a short video because when you go through your memories of on Facebook, when they pop up and as you're looking through the timeline, there was a certain picture. If I can, then I'll post it now. When I saw it, I thought to myself, wow, I'm fat. You'll see that I wasn't fat. And ironically, I think, I may be wrong, but I think I was actually wearing this top as well. I could be wrong, it might have been a string actually. So background about me before that photo, I was actually a performer. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll actually scroll down and you'll see me and some of the boys having a good old sing along in the tour bus. Now, I was in the best shape of my life. I was absolutely broken physically. Tendonitis in both arms, damaged my medial ligament, but because I was in a show performing 4 times a week all over the UK, I had to carry on. So I was in constant agony. You know how DOMs stop you from doing things? Well, I had DOMs all over my body 24/7. And the fact that I was never happy with how I looked, even though I was sitting around 10 to 12% body fat, and still a muscular guy, being able to perform loads of stuff, then, for me to go from that, where I felt okay in myself, but never was happy with what I was actually doing, to stopping the show, going into retirement and living a normal lifestyle where the gym wasn't my life, and seeing my body fat rise. In all honesty, my body fat was probably around 17-18% in that photo. That's average for a guy. A lot of guys actually want to achieve that kind of body fat. But for me, because I was such in a low place, I was really unhappy. So backstory to that photo was that I was actually about to consume 1,500 calorie breakfast. So almost my whole daily intake of calories in just one meal. I was literally eating myself happy. And obviously it wasn't good for me, because I was still in shape for the average person, but nowhere near where I had been for the past 5 years, and that was really fucking me up in the head. So going back to why I did this video, so when I looked at this video, this picture. I saw it a couple of days ago because this time 2 years ago we were actually in LA, and I'm now in pretty much the same shape as I was back then, and I'm really happy with where I am now. I know I want to get a little bit lower body fat because I'm off to Vegas in a couple of weeks, but I know that it's not going to change how I feel about myself. It's just gonna, I'm gonna look better in photos. There it is. That may be an ego thing, but I know from me looking at the photo 2 years ago to me looking at the photo 2 days ago, the change in how I feel about that photo is incredible. I was happy with how I looked 2 days ago. 2 years ago, I thought I looked dreadful. Now, that's all down to the fact that I had mental illness and I was depressed and I had huge anxiety of how I looked. So what I'm trying to get at is that what you're feeling right now, if you're going through a bit of mental health and you're not feeling good and you're feeling a bit low, please trust me when I say that it's not going to last, because it doesn't. Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to pick yourself up and get yourself back to the top of where you want to be. And never feel like you failed, because as long as you promise yourself that you will always learn from something that doesn't go quite right, then you will never fail and you'll achieve more and greater things by learning from those lessons, rather than calling them failures. So yeah, just if this resonates with you, then please share it with other people, not this video, but how you're feeling, because it took me a long time to actually open up, and I don't speak a lot to my friends and family about how I'm feeling. I am very much a closed off person. I am very much an introvert person in an extrovert's world. I think that's a great saying, because a lot of people are, especially in the celebrity world and reality and social media, the way it is these days. They give off a false personality. A lot of people do it, and that's fine, but realise that you really have to focus on yourself before you can actually be happy with anybody else. So yeah, promise yourself to go and talk to someone or open up to someone, because it's the best thing that ever happened to me. As soon as I opened up, I remember the day, and from that point on, I was stepping up and up and up, and to where I am today. And I have an incredible family now. I'm so happy. I moved. I've built an incredible family. My businesses are soaring. I'm helping more and more people transform their lives, not just physically, but mentally and financially as well, and changing their lifestyles around for the better. So yeah, just trust in yourself that it's not that what you're feeling now is not going to last. Stick with it, move forward, read more self-development books, because that was a big thing for me, and just keep yourself going. Okay, that's all for me. I enjoy my beer now.